Nowadays, a lot of women get told to never lower their standards, but I think a lot of the time that advice can get taken too far, and in some cases, it definitely can backfire. We're going to check out a couple of videos here. The first one is just about how a girl's dating standards change by her age. This one's kind of funny.
I just want to hook up with a guy who's hot.
I just want a guy who's good looking and fun.
I'm looking for a man who's in shape, has a good job, and wants kids.
I'm looking for a man who communicates, is family oriented, and is looking to have kids within the next 2 to 3 years.
Here are my non-negotiables. He has to have a business degree, be spiritually grounded, nice to his family, never wears necklaces, went to summer camp, and has brown hair. I am never doing blonde again.
I think I'm gonna start dating women. I just want to hook.
Yeah, kind of funny, but sometimes that's kind of true. Like it's like as she gets older, her standards get higher and higher and higher. When kind of ironically, her value in the dating market, as it's sometimes referred to, gets less and less. So, kind of no wonder why a lot of them sometimes do end up alone when their standards keep getting higher and higher. And that just is the fact of life sometimes. But let's check out another one here.
For me, if a man would ask me to be his girlfriend and to take things more serious, and after that he wouldn't pay for my apartment and my bills, or he wouldn't offer to get us a new place to live that I would like, not just his place, because what if I don't like his place? If he wouldn't do this, next. I would never be with a man who would worship a hardworking woman, a woman who works. My money is my money, his money is our money. I would never be with a guy who would tell me on a first date, on a second date, something bad about his ex. Also, never date a man.
See a few things right there that jump out at me. Like may not be able to see it, but at the top here under the description it says, and obviously he had to be rich. Well, she kind of basically says that anyway, but that's right in her video description of this video. She says like if she starts to date a guy and they get serious, that she would like him to start paying her rent or and her bills or move into his place. But if she doesn't like his place, he should be willing to get another place that she does like. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, is stuff like this for real? Or is this like kind of satire? But it's really not, because when you read a lot of the comments, a lot of the girls in the comments that they're getting on these types of videos really support stuff like that. It's like, you know, she's just coming right out and saying that she's a gold digger. He has to have money, buy her things. She doesn't want to work. She's got to pay her bills. So, like, it's like, you know, one of the other videos says that, but it's like they're trying to sell themselves to the highest bidder. Is kind of what it sounds like. It's like you don't really care about a lot of the other things that, you know, typically you would like in a good relationship, like a good personality, character, you get along, you have that chemistry with each other, you find them attractive. Like, it's all this stuff about money, paying my way, paying my bills, living up to my standards, all this type of thing. And you know, this woman is kind of younger, and I don't want to personally attack her, but I mean, to me, she doesn't even look all that great. She looks like she's got a ton of makeup on, for one, probably filters and whatnot too. But I mean, even besides that, I mean, like, who do some of these women think they are, being so demanding like that and coming right out and saying it? Like, I mean, she, to me, doesn't even sound like a nice person. Like, forget all the other stuff that she's saying, but it's like you start coming out and saying that, like, you don't seem like you're kind, you're a good person, you have good character. You're just like blatantly coming right out and saying, I want your money, and if you don't give it to me, next. And I can't believe some guys actually go for stuff like this. But I mean, maybe no wonder that she's single, because she'll be singing the same tune for another 10 years until you know, maybe she might wake up after a bit. But let's check out this one here. This one's probably even worse, actually. So this one is about standards as well. They're all about their standards in dating and relationships.
How to set your standards in a firm yet feminine way. What you're going to do is you are not going to worry about anything that concerns this man or concerns previous women that he's dated. You're not going to say, oh, well, you know, this man is XYZ and, you know, he doesn't make a lot of money, so I'm only going to accept coffee, tea, and water dates to fit his preferences, or his exes weren't high maintenance, so I'm going to become more low maintenance to fit what he's used to. No. You are going to maintain your standards no matter what. You're going to maintain your preferences no matter what. And you're not going to do it in a entitled, bougie type of way. You're going.
But that's exactly what she sounds like she is. Like, I mean, we're talking about going out with somebody on a first date or a first meeting, and she's talking about having standards. Like, again, she seems like she's talking about what you do to try to squeeze as much money as you can out of a person. Like, a lot of them look down on a coffee date or whatever. But I mean, at least from my point of view, why would you want to take somebody you don't even know out on an expensive dinner when you don't even know if you're going to like the person, whether they're going to like you, or whether they're playing the same game with 4 or 5 other guys or not? I mean, if you're rich and you got a lot of cash and you want to play that game or whatever, and you don't mind doing that, blowing a bunch of cash on somebody that's just flat out using you, then I guess that's cool, But I mean, for the most part, and most guys out there that work hard for their money, you don't have a ton of disposable income in this economy. Like, why would you want to waste a lot of money on somebody that has an attitude like that? Like, I mean, when you listen to this girl again, like the other one, does she sound like a nice person, like a genuine good character? No, she just sounds like she's just trying to sell herself to the highest bidder, just like the other one, like talking about your standards for a date and all that. It's not about standards. You're talking about how much money he's going to spend on you the first time he meets on you. Where do standards come into that? Like, I can see, like, once you're in a relationship with somebody, you may want to go out to dinner after a while, but it's just like, this is framed as getting the most you can out of somebody that you don't even know, basically a stranger. And you're like, that's toxic behavior is what it sounds like to me.
Going to do it in a way where it's just standard, it's just facts. You don't know, like what, like this is just what it is, and you're going to do it in a very matter of fact way. For example, if a man is telling you, hey, I want to take you to dinner tonight, and you say awesome, and he sends you a place that's really not to your caliber, you don't feel like he made very much effort,
not to your
you're
caliber.
Going to politely suggest, hey, I feel like that restaurant's great, however, I've been wanting to try XYZ. It's a little bit more, to my liking. I really love to dress up.
A little more expensive. You're going to spend a little bit more money on it. It's going to cost you a little bit more. It's not up to my standard. Like, is that really what it's all about? Again, if some guys like somebody like that, then I guess go ahead, spend your cash. But for the most part, you should be able to see right through somebody that is coming across that way. And that just, to me, seems pretty toxic, and they're just out to use you, to squeeze you for what you can get, and then they'll move on to the next one. One little thing they don't like, you'll see her say cut, next, cut, all this type of stuff. So, yep. The only thing that a lot of these girls have that going for them is they are quite young, and for some people they can probably get away with being that way for a little while, but that's the only thing they have is youth. Because once they get a little bit older, you want to keep playing that game and what they're doing. Well, cat ladies and their future, all of them. So, but I mean, it's what the real toxic thing is just that these people are so-called influencers, and they're saying this stuff to tons of other women out there and trying to influence them to be like them and do the same things, and sell yourself to the highest bidder, so to speak, again. And it's pretty sad.
Put my best foot forward when I go on dates. Just gave you a free script. That's like word for word what you need to be saying.
Yeah,
this man comes back with a long ass paragraph of why he doesn't want to take you there, tells you, oh, my budget is XYZ, gives you, lip, or even insults you, because that when these men can't afford you, a lot of times they'll insult you, right?
They can't afford you. So what are you, a streetwalker, or are you just somebody that's actually legitimately trying to get into a relationship? Anyway, enough of that one. I can't see, and you see a couple of these comments right there, like, I said coffee seems pretty informal. I prefer other options. And he says he wants it to be informal. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, good. Keep that attitude up, and you're going to keep being single, I guess. But a lot of them are like that too. Oh, I got to turn down a coffee date. Well, I mean, not everybody wants to blow money on somebody that's frankly not worth it. And especially nowadays, you got these chicks on Instagram that wear like a pound of makeup and all kinds of filters. Half of them you're going to get to see them and they don't even look like the same person, and they still expect you to spend like some high-end dinner on somebody that you've only seen from an Instagram picture. with 100 filters. Like, no thanks, man. And guys got to start to wake up to this kind of stuff and say, listen, let's like slow down a little bit. There's nothing wrong with meeting somebody, going for a walk or a coffee or a talk or some other activity. It doesn't have to be on a high-end restaurant. If I'd much prefer to sit down at a dinner with somebody, high-end restaurant or not, after you know somebody for a little bit, not the very first meeting when it's only like a whatever percent chance it's even going to work past the first date or not. So it's like, why blow your hard-earned money that you go out there and work for in this economy when everything's so tight and bills and rent and groceries are so expensive on somebody, especially with an attitude anything close to being like that, and also that somebody that you don't even know that you're going to see again. It's a waste of cash, waste of time. Let's check out one more here.
To buy me flowers, but I won't date a man that doesn't. I don't need a man to pay my bills, but I won't date someone that doesn't bring something to the table. I don't need a man to open the doors for me, but I won't date a man who doesn't respect me enough to do it. I don't need a man to provide for me, but I am not going to date a man who has no drive, no ambition, and no plan. See, this is where people get it twisted. Independence doesn't mean I'll accept less. It means the opposite. Because I can do it all alone, my standards are higher. I know my worth. I know what partnership looks like. It's not about money. It's about effort, and it's about consistency. It's about showing up like a grown man that knows what he wants. I won't shrink to keep you comfortable, and I won't settle to keep the peace. I won't carry a relationship all by myself. So if you think she's too independent, she doesn't need me, you're right. I don't need you, but I want a man who wants to match me. I want a man who values what I bring. I want a man who sees me as his equal and still chooses to spoil me anyway. Because being capable doesn't mean I'm hard to love. It just means I won't waste my energy on someone who is not willing to rise to the occasion. Queens, remember this. Your independence is power. But standards, that's your crown. Don't ever take it off. I don't need
Oh man, the facial expressions. Some of these, I swear, a lot of this stuff has got to be rage bait to me, and it's just because like I see some of the stuff, it's just like I can't believe that some of these women are serious, and a lot of them are actually out there that are like that. And even worse, the comments, man, the comments that are actually like agreeing with this stuff. Like there's one right here, down here at the bottom. I 100% agree with you. I'm 57, have a job, a home, and a car. I expect my partner to at least be able to match me. Am I asking for too much? Well, maybe you are, but hey, you're only 57 though. I mean, shit, that's not old. I heard that women don't even hit their prime yet nowadays until 60. So yeah, you're 57. Keep those standards up. If not, even crank them up a notch. We'll see you in a few years and see how you're doing with that. But yeah, you're watching crap like this and you're 57, single, still talking about your standards. Well, man, I feel sorry for a lot of people, man, because a lot of people are going to end up alone. Because I mean, like 57 and you're still like that. But anyway, best of luck to her. I don't mean anything bad to anybody. I'm not trying to personally attack anybody, but it's just that, when you see some of this stuff out there and you see some of these people and the message that they're spreading to a lot of other people, and especially younger chicks and women that listen to this kind of stuff, it's really sad. It's like, is this where we're going? I mean, is this what a lot of people are consuming now for content, and they're getting their opinions and values from stuff like this? Like, it seems like be like all about the money. If he's got to take you out for a nice dinner, and if he even says one thing about a budget or something, like see that one girl do the vomit sign, it's just like, oh god, man, like I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know why I pick some of these videos. They get me in a bad mood sometimes, because it's like, man, is this stuff for real? Hope it's not, but sadly I think it is. But hopefully, people do start to wake up to this type of stuff, and there's probably, more and more as we get go on in time, there's going to be, backlash to this type of stuff, and there's going to be other women, hopefully, that come out and speak out against this kind of stuff and say, listen, this messaging is toxic. Like, I mean, you're not supposed to be out there trying to sell yourself, just trying to go for money, because a lot of men that are aware are going to see that and are going to realize that, and then they're not going to take a lot of these women seriously. They're going to take what they want, and they're going to use them in the same way that they think that they're trying to use the guy for. So all around, it's just a circle of toxicity. The men are going to use the women are going to get angry, come back, want to get back at the men, use the men, rinse, repeat. So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to check out a few of those videos and see what you guys think of those. But yeah, we will catch you on the next one.